Welcome to Smart Conserver.
Spring months almost caught me off guard, and here is how. I'm sure you're aware of the four temperate seasons that exist, and these are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Well, spring is a season that is right after winter and just before summer. It's really in between those two seasons. I really like spring as it makes me know where my little ecosystem and my garden stands. Now, spring is also the season when trees, plants, and flowers they start to bud, grow, and bloom. You know, I almost didn't realize all those changes were occurring in my little ecosystem and my garden. And all of that was happening during spring. At times, no changes occur at times, and it happens around us, and sometimes we're not even aware of it. Well, I caught it at the right time. We are getting some showers of rain, but it's nothing to get excited about, as it has been a long time since we really had some good rains. Some persons feel that once you plant something, that all you need to do is just water those plants. But let me tell you, it takes a little more than just watering and planting. I find that I need to mulch, fertilize, and even move plants around at times. And I've been doing that during the spring months. Also, some plants they reseed into the soil prior to the spring months, and then during the springtime they all come out, and sometimes it's as if they're making a statement to say, look at me now. You know, that's how I feel that my caladium are behaving, and that's what they are saying. I'll speak to you about the caladiums later. Now, spring, I told you, has given me some work around the little ecosystem that I have. So I have to rake leaves, I have plants to repot, but overall, I think I love seeing what is planted grow. I like seeing that. Some plants, they grow so much that they burst the pots that they were originally placed in. Basically, it's all around there is growth. Growth has occurred so fast that at times you may not even realize it until it is too late. It happened to me with a plant that I had and it flowered. When the plant reached a point that it was about to die, I didn't even realize it until it was all gone. I'm having growth with the following plants. Let me tell you about them. Now I have two sago palm that I potted. And for those of you who don't know the sago palm, it is a slow growing plant, and I can tell you it can get huge. But I realize that when it is in the pot, it grows very, very, very slow. And in the spring especially, that is when I tend to get new growth, especially if it is in the sun. Now the two sago palms that I have, both of them are facing the sun. And you know, one of them came up with new growth. Don't worry, man, I'll show you. Look at it. See it? Now, I have a small okra, and I've had a single okra plant, and that single okra plant, it is so small. And when I got that okra plant, it had okras on it. Not a lot, it probably come out with 2 or 3 each time. Now, when I was leaving here, I had left one okra on it, and it just keep getting bigger. I didn't want to pick it and put it up because I didn't want to use it at that point, so I just left it on there. Now the okra plant, it's really in a small pot. The pot is about 6 inches, and like I tell you, that plant being in that small pot, it bears okra. Now the single okra that I left on it, it got dry. So when I came home and I saw it dried, it was dried and partly opened. So what I did was I opened it and I emptied the seeds that were in that dried okra in the pot, the flowers pot that the other plant was in. And can I tell you, within days, I saw small suckers of okras shooting up. Now the plan is to really give away those suckers, and I want to really remove the older plant into a large bucket. Remember I told you that I really plant my things in buckets as it helps, and when that plant that I plant in the bucket has either died or we have already eaten all that was in that bucket that bucket produced, what would happen is I would plant something else in that bucket with the dirt in order to put back the nutrients that the previous plant would have taken out. I don't put back the same plant in there. I don't. Because what would happen is the original plant would have taken out whatever nutrients it wants out of the soil. So if I put something else in there that is similar, it would really be stunted. So that is why I tell you I like to use the buckets, because I can, instead of doing the rotation like that, I just rotate my crops in different buckets. Now I have also some anthuriums. I had 2 anthuriums especially on the carport, and when I was leaving I placed them under the tree. Now, well, before I left I placed them under the tree to just really watch them under the tree, and what was happening to them was that the leaves were getting burnt, and then after a while I noticed that everything just stopped. It's like it got climatized to the area that it was placed. So I set up my thing and left it there. When I came back, it was the same. It didn't die, it was okay. Now, those anthuriums that I placed there, I noticed that since I came back, it has now been getting new leaves. And can I tell you, I'm even getting a bloom out of it. Now back to what I had previously mentioned, which was the caladiums. Now after going underground within those flower pots that I placed them in for about 2 months, then in the spring I see them coming back up one by one. You know what nearly happened? I almost missed how huge some of my leaves have gotten on those caladiums. Very big. I was surprised. I'm going to show you. Look at it. You saw it big? No. Then there are some umbrella planters that I hung on the wall. When I was showing you virtual garden and I showed you different type, if you don't remember, watch that vlog. But I placed some umbrella like planters on the wall, and I plant succulents in them. When I planted the succulents, some of the succulents that I plant were like string like ones. So I plant the string like succulents there, and I can tell you they're really hanging and growing each day. Because of spring, I've had to cut some of them and plant it elsewhere. I'm really loving this. Then there is a small snake plant that I got, and when I got that snake plant a couple months ago, even before spring, I placed that snake plant into probably about, I think that flower pot is probably a 4-inch, right? It's about a 4-inch flower pot. So I put it in there with some dirt, and I said, yes, I'm going to get some bigger flower pots to plant it in. And if it come up with sucker, then I'll just plant it in another one, because I have 2 areas that I want the snake plants to grow. And can I tell you, spring has gotten to it. You know what happened? It burst the side of the planter to introduce another suckling. Now I have to remove that plant, and I want to separate the smaller one. But the problem I have is that at this point is I can't get the planter pots that I really want, that would be suitable for where I want to place that snake plant, or the 2 snake plants. Now the fruits, they were already growing as spring set in, and I've been showing you short clips of the 2 pineapples that I have growing in buckets. I noticed that on the bigger one, I noticed it was leaning the other day, and I was wondering what was happening with that pineapple. Is when I look, it looked like it's a sucker coming up from underneath there. If you look carefully, when I'm doing with the video, you'll see it. Well, not to mention the mango tree. Mangoes are ripening while the tree is really blossoming. I've now set up some seeds. I got some seeds. I bought some seeds. I bought some lettuce and thyme seed, and I noticed that within days the thyme seeds burst and they were coming up. My God, they are growing fast in this spring. Now my corns are growing nicely. I'm really enjoying spring, and all I really need is the rain so that I can fill my drip irrigation drum, and I need to fill some buckets as well so that I can use the water in the rainwater that I catch in them for other days to water the plants. I need the rain as well, to water those plants and the grass, especially when I feel lazy, and especially now that my country has water restriction. I need that rain. So hear what? Don't let spring pass you by. Look at your plants, watch them grow, and enjoy the beauty that these plants display, or even the food that spring has to offer. You know what has been happening? I've had to move some of my plants outside to inside, and it really looks good. I just need some nicer flower pots. I'm really enjoying this spring thing. I'm really enjoying it, and I feel that you should do the same. Enjoy it. Look at your plants and watch them grow.